world's largest bulk supply point inaugurated at Pokwase in Accra.
About 15,000 of Africa's youth in Accra for 2021 Youth Connect Africa Summit.
And also in this bulletin, Ghana Federation for Persons with Disability appeals for a governing board to make National Council on Persons with Disability more effective.
And elsewhere, almost 100 women sworn in as first female judges to join Egypt's Council of State. Hello, good evening. Most welcome to News Hour live on GBC News, your news and governance channel. We sincerely apologize for the late start. It was a technical problem beyond our control. Thanks for your patience. My name is Micheline Taka.
And I am Abdul Hayi Momin. In our very first story, President Akufo-Addo on Wednesday morning inaugurated the largest bulk supply point at Pokwase in Accra. The 580 MVA substation is to improve power supply, quality and reliability to more than 350,000 customers within Pokwase and its surrounding communities.
President Akufo-Addo said the right investments are being made into the power sector and other projects in other areas to ensure that Ghana has safe and stable electric supply.
This 580 MVA bulk supply point substation is Ghana's largest power substation and the feed bulk supply point to be constructed in Accra. The project, which cost $64.7 million, was funded by the U.S. government through its agency, the Millennium Challenge Corporation, as part of the Ghana Power Compact program. This project is expected to reduce technical losses in the grid transmission system and ECG electricity distribution system, which will lead to financial viability of the two companies. Over 350,000 customers of the Electricity Company of Ghana in Pokwase, in Saum, Achimota, Kwabenya Hacho, Akoba, Denta, Anyaso, Tum and the environs will benefit from the project, which is expected to improve electricity supply. Early this year, the tie-in of these projects into the national grid interrupted power supply in the country, but after 24 months of construction, the power supply point is ready, being handed over to ECG and Gridco. The board chair of the Millennium Development Authority is Professor Ya Ntiamo Bedu.
The MEDA team has worked diligently on this project and have maximized value.
The U.S. Ambassador to Ghana, Ms. Stephanie Sullivan, said the U.S. government will continue to support Ghana in her development efforts.
This bulk supply point has been constructed in less than 2.5 years, even with all the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. Through creative problem solving of MCC and MEDA, MEDA's contractors and consultants, and the commitment of the Government of Ghana, Gridco, ECG, and all the local and international workers, advisors, and community members, we are here. And let me say that this site, for me, embodies the Adinkra symbol, Kokromoti, which means symbolizes teamwork and cooperation.
The Deputy Minister for Energy, Dr. Mohammed Amin Andam, said this will make power supply in this area more reliable, reduce transmission and distribution of power. The President, Nana Akufo-Addo, said power is key to government's industrialization agenda, and this will ensure power is always reliable.
Further, the national transmission backbone under construction from the coast to Bolgatanga had a gap between Kintampo and Kumasi, which has since been completed a few weeks ago. Completion of this portion of the Kumasi-Bolgatanga transmission line project will ease the load on Kumasi substations and become the instrument of power transmission within the Ashanti, Ahafo, Bono, and Bono East regions and parts of northern Ghana.
There is a similar project under construction at Kaswa in the central region to benefit customers in the area.
Accra is hosting about 15,000 African youth from 24 countries at the 2021 Youth Connect Africa Summit. The Youth Connect Africa is an African homegrown solution to provide relevant solutions to its challenges. The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, called on African leaders to pay maximum attention to the ever-growing issue of youth unemployment and create jobs for them, describing unemployment among the youth as a ticking time bomb.
The Youth Connect Africa initiative is a Pan-African platform. The plan is to connect African youth for socio-economic transformation. It seeks to empower young people through enhancing their knowledge, experience, and skills while investing their ideas, innovations, and initiatives. The Youth Connect Africa Summit engages, encourages, and collects 226 million African youth as the biggest stakeholder to explore the trade opportunities, enhance trade capacities, gain new skills to contribute to sustainable trade development. The Accra Summit is hosting more than 15,000 youth from 24 countries in Africa with the theme Africa Beyond Aid, positioning the youth for the post-COVID economy and African continental free trade opportunities. It is the first time the summit is being held outside Rwanda. To the organizers, the ever-growing young population of Africa present a valuable resource if properly nurtured. Ghana's Minister for Youth and Sports, Mr. Mustafa Yusuf, said nurturing the youth is of priority to government.
The greatest resource we have on the continent isn't the gold, diamond, cocoa, timber, or oil, but the energetic and determined African youth.
The Secretary of the AFCFTA, Mr. Wamkemele Mene, said at the heart of the agreement is the youth and they must take advantage of it. Representing the President of Rwanda, the Minister for Youth and Culture, Ms. Rosemary Mbabazi, said Africa's leaders must unite to develop a common strategy to support the youth.
As the generation that is more educated, empowered, and connected than the previous generations, it is important that you lead Africa into its next level of growth, leveraging innovation, entrepreneurship, and collaboration.
The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, said youth unemployment in Africa is a threat and needs urgent attention.
No one needs to tell us that mass unemployment in Africa, especially amongst her youth, is a ticking time bomb. The so-called Arab Spring showed clearly that the lack of employment opportunities can undermine social cohesion and political stability. With between 10 and 12 million youth joining the labor force every year, Africa has to pay maximum attention to job creation.
Next 2 days, the 15,000 young people are expected to be empowered and exposed to opportunities on the continent, especially under the AFCFTA, how to make good use of what it presents.
The Ghana Federation for Persons with Disability has sent an SOS to President Akufo-Addo to constitute a governing board for the National Council on Persons with Disability to make it effective. Vice President of the Bono Regional Chapter of the Federation, Ms. Serena Mahamadou, said several calls to the government to constitute a board have proved futile, thereby derailing efforts to seek the welfare of people living with disabilities. She spoke to our Bono Regional correspondent, John Sam Arthur.
Currently, one big challenge that we talk about is the lack of a governing board for the National Council on Persons with Disability. And this, they say, is negatively affecting the ability of the council to do its work, which is basically to mainstream matters concerning people with disability into national development. We caught up with the vice chairperson of the Ghana Federation of the Disabled, the Bono chapter, in the person of Serena Mohammed, and she's going to tell us more about the challenges they are facing as a result of the lack of a governing body.
So I'll read from our Disability Act 715. The board shall meet at least once every 3 months for the dispatch of business at the time in place determined by chairperson of the board. And what are the business that they are going to do? They are to one. The object of the council is to propose and evolve policies and strategies to enable persons with disability enter, participate in the mainstream of the national development process. 2, to achieve the object, the council shall 1, monitor and evaluate disability policies and programs in the country. 2B, formulate strategies for broad-based intersectorial, interdisciplinary involvement and participation in the implementation of the national disability policies in Ghana. C, produce an organizational manual on the operations of the council and its secretariat. Well, without this body, that means anything concerning, all the things that concern people with disability in the country is handled. So far, we have had any positive response from the government, and we are pleading that they should look at it as a matter of urgency. And then they should also look at it, it's a need and not a want.
I see.
For issues with disability, we say that we should leave nobody behind. And now we see that people with disability in Ghana, we are left behind. So we are pleading that we should work on this issue.
Electronic competition is threatening the existence of postal operators, while postal services continue to dwindle in some societies. Some who have never had any postal transaction prefer to use that system of communication. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, the world had witnessed the widespread switch to virtual activities, hence the prominence of digital and social media. Nonetheless, there are services that have not changed, with particular reference to the postal establishment in Ghana. In this special report, Ashanti Regional Correspondent Akosia Frimpong found out that the relevance and the resilience of the Ghana Post Company has not changed since its transformation in 2017, with particular reference to the rebranding of the Kumasi main branch of Ghana Post at Edum.
Historically, Ghana Post opened its doors for business in 1854 as the Post and Telecommunications Department of the colonial administration. It was transformed into a corporation in 1974 with the promulgation of the NRC Decree 311 of 1974. The Telecommunications Division was carved out of the corporation in 1993, leaving the Postal Division to be renamed the Ghana Postal Services Corporation, its enabling act being Act 505 of 1995. The corporation was later incorporated under the Companies Code in 1995, in line with the enactment of the Statutory Corporations Act 461, which required some state-owned enterprises to become limited liability companies, hence its current name, Ghana Post Company Limited. The company has legal monopoly over the provision of the Universal Postal Service, letters below 100 grams. The company provides post shop services, parcel delivery, expedited mail service, EMS, and financial services for its customers for profit. In 2017, the company began a major transformation to make it relevant. Rebranding of some of its branches throughout Ghana was key to the transformation, and the Kumasi main office of Ghana Post was included. The Kumasi main office of Ghana Post houses the company's Ashanti Regional Directorate, which has been renovated. There, postal services have been revived through the revamping of its domestic parcel services. The company has also introduced an e-commerce service to support the buying and selling companies in the country to advertise their products. The Ashanti Regional Director of Ghana Post, Mr. Johnson Asante, attributed the company's successes in 2017 to the current standards of compliance and best customer service delivery, particularly in the courier service, leading to the restoration of confidence.
So the rebranding started when we realized instead of post office, we now want to call it Ghana Post. If it's Ghana Post, then we need to go along in that direction. That calls for the rebranding. So we decided to give a facelift to most of our offices because if you are rebranding something, it needs a new face.
According to Mr. Asante, Ghana Post has leveraged on technology to improve on efficiency.
If you are sending an item to Accra via transport, there's no way you can track the item. But you come to post office, we have added what we call tracking device, by which any item that you post from the post office or Ghana Post, you can track the item. Within 1-2 hours, you know where the items are. If it's on transit, if it has gotten to destination, whatever. But other courier service and other transport, we don't have those. So it's an advantage that we have over them, and we are using it seriously to our benefits.
Two critical areas for any postal service entity is the post box and postage stamps. Patronage of post boxes at Ghana Post are still relevant, as it is one of the criteria needed to register a business in Ghana, but postal services cannot also exist without postage stamps. Mr. Asante speaks more about these critical areas.
People still have business mails through the post and the box. So, and others who see the box as a family property which they don't want to leave, and they also own it. It's seen as their bona fide property, and they are still owning it. So it's still relevant because of the usage and how they see it.
Mr. Sari commended the government for providing funds to give Ghana Post a befitting facelift. Mr. Asante said, despite this, the company still has some problems.
Most of our burdens are not appealing to public in terms of business-wise. And formally, because the post office was seen as the only means of communicating, the post office was seen at virtually every town and city. So when you move around and you see those burdens, and some people even tell me that the post office is dead. So we appeal to government or anybody who can come to our aid in terms of funds to help us renovate some of these offices, as well as to change most of our aged vehicles and motorbikes.
Some clients share their views on the current services rendered by Ghana Post.
I chose Ghana Post because it is reliable and also it's affordable.
I think there's more that they can do here. You see, when you come here, like, I don't think you're supposed to spend about 10-15 minutes, but I've been here almost 30 minutes, getting 45 minutes, and they keep sending me round.
Ghana Post, or more customer service. Customer service need good. About to come, and every service come. That's why I'm here.
It's not I say no bono for mommy. Anytime the bar has seen money, maybe be empty. Now I'm said a cough fast and so mammy.
The Ghana National Road Safety Authority (NRSA) has removed prescribed lamps from some 1,418 vehicles across the country in the past week. The exercise was carried out in collaboration with the Motor Traffic and Transport Department (MTTD) and the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority (DVLA), following a coordinated enforcement action to improve night driving by enforcing Regulations 65 of the Road Traffic Regulations 2012 LI 2180. These killer lamps, according to the NRSA, blind other road users and expose them to the risk of crashing at night. The Director General of the National Road Safety Authority, Madame May Obriyeboa, spoke to us earlier about the exercise.
A lot of complaints have come to our notice concerning the night driving. We ourselves, when we drive in the night, we see people having these kinds of lights which are so bright that they blind other road users. So after consultating meeting with our stakeholders, that's the police and then the DVLA, we decided that then let's come together and then remove these lamps, because even in the road traffic regulation, it gives the police the right, and also all of us the right, to make sure that people are safe on the road and then wrong type of lamps are removed. And so this was a discussion between me and the stakeholders, and therefore we decided to do it. As they are removed, they are taking baseline data, asking questions why they use the lamp, to know whether is it because probably the roads are dark, or whatever is the reason. So our men, as they remove the lamps, they are taking information so that after that we'll have to look through and find out the real reason why people use the lamps.
In the month of October, GBC News is offering its news platform to you, our viewers, to try your hands at citizen journalism. We've toured the country and brought you news reports from all spheres. Now, it's your turn to show us your prowess by telling us stories from your localities. You've seen us on the field. Now, pick up your tools and hit the trail with your cameras and capture the issues of concern around you. You can go all out, full measure, shaking together and running over. Send your videos to us on WhatsApp numbers 026 4000 996 or 026 4000 997. We will air your story in our news bulletins, giving you credit for your effort. Don't be left out of our October special. It's GBC News, your news and governance channel.
Well, Abu Richard is our citizen journalist for today. He's a resident of Adanse Edumenu, a village near Fomena in the Adanse North District of Ashanti. He shares this video of the only public toilet in the area, which is in a deplorable state. Residents are appealing to the district assembly to construct a new one for them.
Statistics show that about half of Ghana's population depends on shared sanitation facilities, including public toilets, as many households do not have toilet facilities. Public toilets are built in communities to discourage open defecation and prevent diseases. For residents of Adanse Edumenu in Ashanti, their only public toilet is in a deplorable state and now a death trap. This facility serves males, females and even children without properly demarcating it according to sex. Nonetheless, the residents have continued to use it as a place of convenience for the past 2 years. Without any maintenance all these years, the wooden planks over the pit are now weak. Our citizen journalist Abu Richard says the situation has compelled many of the residents to resort to open defecation as they fear for their lives. Even though they say they have sent SOS through the assemblyman for the construction of a new toilet, there are no signs of a response to their plea. They are calling on the government to come to their aid. Well, you're watching News Hour live on GBC News and News and Governance channel. We'll be back shortly after this break. Please do stay. Welcome back. For the abrupt break, comedian and actor Mr. Benson Anaya Odro Boateng, popularly known as Funny Face, has been referred for psychiatric re-evaluation by the Kaneshie District Court. This was after he was charged with 1 count of threats of death by the court.
Your Honor, since the accused has been in the dock for a while, please permit me to serve him some water to drink.
He promised to give me water. This water is coming from the gutter. It will make me sick.
Your Honor, that is it. Due to the galamsey activities of the accused and his cohorts, they have polluted all our water bodies. See, this water is coming from our taps. They have destroyed all our forests, and above all, the activities are killing people.
Mr. Eja, you have been found guilty of indulging in galamsey. And since you don't want to mention the names of your bosses, you have been sentenced to 25 years in prison. This is my judgment.
Please, I will talk. Mr. Francis is bad. Mr. Martin is bad. Mr. Usu. Please, Your Honor, please.
Yenjai galamsey. Yenjai galamsey.